entertainment. Okay,
Yay.
are 3, 2, 1. No, no, you were waiting for it. You were waiting for it and you
I
failed.
can't I
No,
can't see it because
no,
there's a delay.
but it doesn't. You should have trusted my voice.
I
We
don't.
failed, Reddit. We didn't do it.
What?
Welcome, nerds and nerdettes, to Recap Thursday. I'm joined, as per usual, by the one, the only Captain Legs.
Hi.
What
Oh,
it
we are
is.
going. Okay. Okay. I don't trust you anymore. You're you're freaking
Uh,
me out. Freaking me out.
uh, yeah. So we last left off killing the dragon.
Yep.
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 And the rest of the adventures, Grim goes off and takes a nap underneath the caravan. He's pretty hurt. So he basically sleeps it off. Meanwhile, uh, Rokor, Rokor and Kira are dissecting said dragon. Kira is a little bit loopy from being damaged or
Yeah,
hurt in the
she's
fight.
chugging potions, but they're not doing as much
No,
as they should, so she's still
so
quite
she wants
cute.
a dragon hide dress.
And it's gonna be gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
Very, very Daenerys Targaryen.
I
I have
don't
a
think
picture of it in my head. I'm gonna draw it, and then it'll be great.
I
And then I
don't
have
think she would kill one of her dragons just so that she could have a pretty dress.
no.
Just
That's a good point.
yeah. Okay,
Never
scratch
mind.
that. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
Um, but meanwhile, Wes is actually taking his Speedy Gonzales behind, down and exploring more of the hallway. And he gets to the point where we actually met the dragon, and it's covered with sand, so his way is blocked. But after 10 seconds, he comes back. That's a joke because he's really fast.
Yeah.
And
Like
basically
ain't
lets us.
nothing there.
It basically lets us know. Well, lets the two that are still up know what he's found. Basically, the side doors. He checked the side doors, their cells and whatnot, and and whatnot. So basically, they wait for. No, I need those lights. Uh, Sorry about that. Basically, they wait for Grim to wake up, and they go back. I think Wes is interested in where the dragon comes from.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he failed on that, and Jeff needed to remind him that the dragon could swim in sand. So
Yeah.
I think we're going on the assumption that Kira and Grim is like, well, you
Well,
tell us it's a dead
actually,
end,
yeah.
but it's a dragon's den. There's no treasure. There's something in there.
Yeah. So then Kira summons um because she can, because they just leveled up and Kira got summon monster 8. She summons an elder earth elemental to clear a path in the sand, which actually turns out to be a pretty okay idea because like he's big, they can all fit behind him because he's just kind of like pushing the sand aside, parting it basically, leaving them enough room to walk behind him.
If it if he needed to last longer, considering the fact that you chose Summon Monster 8, which is the highest one, we would have been so screwed because you wouldn't be able to summon another one. You'd have to be like, oh shit, I have to summon like little ones for like.
Yeah, well, I could just summon like multiple little ones,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
but we would have gotten stuck
yeah.
in the
So
sand.
that would suck. You
Yeah,
suffocate and you die. Great,
yeah,
good
yeah.
job. So we make it actually to the other side. We do that sand swimming, thanks to the earth elemental, and lo and behold, we make it through the. I guess the you would call it. It's not coming to me, but we find an oasis on the other side.
Yeah,
Find an
yeah, there's a
oasis.
nice little pond.
Mm-hmm. There's waterfalls. It's big. huge cavern. There's flowing water, uh, palm trees, whatnot. It's an oasis. It's basically an oasis in the cliffside, and without hesitation, Kira, Wes, and Grim literally just dive into the pool.
Yeah.
That's it.
Woo, pool party.
Yeah, they do. But Roko, on the other hand, continues to explore the rest of the
He does
cave.
fill his water skin first.
He does. And it continues on to the next cavern, and there are three separate caverns. The last of which houses a castle. I want to say it's kind
Yeah,
of like
it's
a
like
castle carved into the stone. Um,
yeah.
there's a big hallway again, and a throne room. That's basically all it consists of. It's basically just a throne room. There's a man-sized throne, but everything surrounding the throne, the dragon, it's dragon-sized. Everything is dragon-sized.
Yep. And
So
there's stuff everywhere.
everywhere, there's stuff everywhere.
Knowing
Uh,
dragons, they're hoarders.
That's true. Rokor, though, finds a door behind the throne room, and he opens it, and there's even more stuff, and it's a bunch of loot. You have the loot list.
I have half,
Oh,
well, three-quarters of the loot list.
it,
Marcus has the rest, and it's just
it's a lot.
it's
Like
so
200,000 copper, 10,000 gold, or like
platinum. We got like a
you
couple
got
hundred
a
platinum.
thousand,
Oh,
thousand
a thousand
platinum. Yeah,
26
there's just
platinum.
it's a
Yeah.
dragon's den. Like it's really dragon's den. There's diamonds, there's rubies, there's like a refilling tea set which I totally want.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and a bunch of like a preserved hand
A
and a
liver
liver in a
that we were talking
jar.
about earlier.
Yeah, we should definitely fry
There's
it up and eat it.
a lock of hair.
Just a weird shit. Basically, the prominent ones are, and the numbering is really good. There's 4 resurrection scrolls. We gonna die, and we have one
Yeah.
wish scroll. Basically, very ornately written and crafted. I believe the 4 resurrection scrolls are on preserved papyrus tree or like palm
Yeah.
branches, some shit like that.
Yeah,
And
on
then
like
the
stuff.
wish scroll is on like skin. It's like on some sort of hide. I wasn't questioning that, but
Yeah.
basically we're able to transport everything. Thankfully, no lesson part to Wes and Kira slacking on the storage capacities, but yeah, bag of holdings are nice.
Yeah.
We
Wes
both
has got the gloves though.
that
The
that hold what 15 pounds? What's 15 pounds? And it's
so
all filled with arrows. It's just enough to hold a quiver of arrows and his bow.
right.
Oh, it's so bad. But
Well, he
anyway,
tried.
yeah, he tried. The effort was there.
Yeah.
So while Rokor finds this and he's meandering around, Grim finally uh, finishes the excitement of fresh water and gets out and goes to track down Kira. Or not Kira, Rokor. My bad. While Kira and Wes decide to stay.
Are distracted a bit.
So I want to find out this. Did you make out or did you do the snoo snoo?
I don't know. You weren't there.
But we know.
You know something happened. You don't know what.
See, I knew I wasn't gonna get up.
Perv. You're not. I'm not telling
I'm
you
just
shit.
saying, I like as a PC, not a Grim, just as a PC, my curiosity is piqued.
I think okay. There's been so much tension. We're gonna get a little romantic here. Okay. So there's been so much tension.
This is the romantic session. This was a very romantic
Yeah.
session.
Very
So,
much so. Yeah.
yeah.
So there's been so much tension between Kira and Wes for
Hmm.
like the entire campaign, and they've just kind of been like dancing around each other. So I think this was their moment to just savor, and they're not moving too fast.
Oh, I like it, which is something that we'll get to it later on in more detail, which is something that I wanted to not go into so deep, but I feel like I fucked up, and so it ended up Jeffrey's decision. And to be fair, it's like
With Rhea?
with Rhea, yeah, and it was like years in the making, so I guess it's
Hmm.
okay, but I don't know. It's still it's still we'll get to it in detail.
Yeah.
Uh, but regardless, we do load up all the loots back into the caravan. We refill on water and we head back to Mazarad, which, lo and behold, we do find that the sandstorms have subsided. That's the word I'm
Yay.
looking for.
So
Subsided.
excited.
Thanks to our defeat.
Yep. So we go back um to the castle. Castle.
You
The
have
castle.
you have a conversation. Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, castle.
Uwe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
castle.
To the Sultan's
Yes.
castle.
Yes.
Yes. And this is the
Honeymoon.
conversation.
Yeah.
So we talk us through. We'll get to the sexy things.
We'll get to the sexy things.
Hold on. We'll
Kira,
get
Kira and Wes was only like an appetizer to the
Yeah.
romance of this session.
Yeah,
There
it was
is
just kind of like a time stood still and they just kissed in the oasis and it was adorable and
and both of you blew it out like totally out of proportion, but it doesn't even matter. Like
it was a big moment for us.
this is true. This is
It
true.
was a very big moment.
It was
Sparks, fireworks, all that good stuff. So,
glitter
so
dust.
yes, they get back to the castle and Kira goes and talks with Mokot and the Sultan Calcifer. And she asked them if possible, if they could borrow Mokot to come and help them in Alukur with the fog problem and the ship problem.
To which,
So
to which Cal basically leaves it up to the choice of Mokot. He still has
he's
Uh,
very busy.
Yeah,
And
considering
like
all the
cleaning
things
up.
which happened, yeah, there's a cleanup for the sandstorm, and then also gathering the armies to help Fort Andron. That has been they've been delayed because of all things said and done. Um, yeah, so Mokot does agree. He does ask for a couple days to tie up some loose ends, since he does have uh, responsibilities. That's what it's called. There in Mazrad, and the party, though they are given the option to stay in Mazrad for as long as they need to, do opt out to go back to Fort Andron because they are pretty sure that stuff is happening there. Basically, they can't. They know that every time they take a leave from Fort Andron, they always have a lot of catching up to do, basically, with political stuff, management stuff, kingdom stuff, or fief stuff, quote
Life
unquote.
stuff, yeah.
Fife stuff. So yeah, and the party teleports back to Fort Andron,
Mhm.
in which Kira and the party waste no time in getting down to business with their political stuff, though
Yeah.
Grimm does excuse himself to and ask to be summoned if needed for anything, but he does have a project that he needs to oversee, or so he says to Kira. So he
Yeah.
he is off.
Yes. In the meantime, it's been brought to Wes's attention. So Kira's kind of getting settled. It's been brought to Wes's attention that there are some visitors in the Fife, and they are from Kaldar, basically the Roman Empire of our universe here. So and Wes has had some history with Kaldari, some not so good history. Um, yeah. So Wes comes to Kira and asks if she wants to do any political stuff today, and she says, "Might as well. We are here." So begrudgingly, Wes goes to. I can't read the chat. I'm getting so distracted.
You are.
So Wes goes to fetch the legate, the Caldari generals. And there are three men. There's the legate, the squire, scribe, page boy, that
The
the
bitch
big dude,
boy.
basically,
The
yeah.
bitch boy.
And then the second in command.
Yeah.
So the general is legate Marius Scipio, and they're very official. Like they march into the hall and they've got their freaking like flag or whatever, their banner, and they're walking in and it's got its like Roman numerals on it, and they're all in step.
And one of the biggest things too, you make this into a big event. You invite the full council of Fort Andron,
Yes.
in this meeting. All things considering, because Kaldar and the Redlands have kind of had a turbulent history together.
Hmm.
Basically, the Redlands were under Kaldar's control, and they fought for independence. And there's always a little bit of open hostility, but with all things considering that's happened with Cetaxi's undead army sweeping across the land, them being the first ones to get hit with said shitstorm, it's not unusual for them to come to us after everything that we don't know that's happening over in the east.
Yeah, so now they've come to us. He's kind of awkward about it. Like he's very official in his request, but he's also like not very warm. Like if you're asking someone for a place to stay, you're like, please, you know. But he is far too proud to beg. Being a Roman general or whatever, like he just it's beyond him to beg for something.
Yeah.
So he awkwardly asks for refuge, and Kira thinks on this for a second, um, wants to help, but it is kind of skeptical, especially with the history. So she says, give us a couple days. We'll go.
She used Fortnite.
She, Marcus said fortnight, so I was like, "You sure fortnight? Fortnight's 2 weeks."
Wait,
Oh, what?
how long
Fortnite?
was a fort?
So anyway,
How
he
long's a
said,
fortnight? Tell me.
"Yeah, a fortnight.
How long is that again?
Half a fort, a week, a week." So anyway, she decides on a period of time. Said she'll come back and let them know they are camping outside the gates on the far side of the gates, so they don't ambush. If they do, they're not really sure if that's the case, but
We're keeping them on the like the other side
yeah,
of the river, and just being like,
please.
so if we get attacked, you're the first ones to die. Good luck.
Yeah, bye. Have a good sleep. So, but the legate and his bitch and second in command are, are staying in the castle or in the fight.
Why do I just picture the legate and then there's just like this whore? Like there's just this like call girl. Just like right well you said bitch is bitch. And it's just
know.
this prostitute that he brings up. I'm so dumb.
Yeah. So moving on, these people are staying. Kira goes and to the scrying chamber, calls her brother, who is in the capital, asks him what he thinks. He says, "It's up. Basically, it's up to her. Like they have asked the Lord Protector and her brother Edmund about refuge, but he says they'll support you in whatever." Uh,
We didn't want to. We couldn't come up with the decision. So here you go, kiddo. Like,
Yeah, so it basically is like, this is in your hands now, so whatever you say goes. They will support with supplies if we need, because we are sort of running low on food and stuff. So they said they'll find lodging and food if we choose to
for the
let them stay.
civilians.
Yes,
There's
for the
for the civilians. They
Yeah.
will find.
yeah. Yes, and then after that, Kira kind of drops drops the oh yeah, and I also kind of made out with Wes, and Edwin goes what, and then they hang up the call.
Yeah.
So
So while Kira's in the chamber, Wes has actually gone to uh
The bar.
the bar our pub. We still need to name it inside the keep.
we're not
And
calling the
yeah.
Bucks and Crayfish. The smaller version of the buxom lobster? No.
The buxom shrimp.
But
No.
what? Lobsters and shrimps are related though.
Yeah.
Crayfish are pretty small.
So they can get pretty big.
There's but little like aquarium crayfish. They're like this big.
It's like little sea monkey.
Now those are shrimp. Those are brine shrimp. So no,
So no.
no.
I tried.
Are
Whatever.
shrimp crustaceans? Are
Yes.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure they are. Wait, no, they don't have a hard shell.
Google that shit.
I-
Yeah they do. They have a shell.
But is it hard?
Hold up. Hold up. I gotta find out. It'll be super quick.
This is super
Are-
important.
Shrimp crustaceans.
I'm
Oh, they
feeling
are sweet. They're a group of crustaceans. Okay, yes, the buxom shrimp.
Oh,
yeah,
it's Wednesday. It's Shrimp Day. Anyway,
every day is shrimp day at the buxom. Anyway,
it's
so
five
yes,
copper for a plate of.
Wes is drinking at the bar. Once Kira's done scrying with her brother, she goes and joins him. He's quite deep in the cups by the time she gets there, but he's doing okay. He's
Yeah.
holding
Oh,
his
he's he's having a talk with the keep's royal bartender Elijah,
Elijah. Yeah.
who is black. We figured that out. And Rokor, because of the threat of the Kaldari camping outside in that actually outnumber our standing army, just like one legion of them outnumbers our standing army. He's on patrol as there, also taking up his position in the keep as warden. I'm pretty sure he's the warden, right?
Yes, he is.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah. So he's so he's out there. He's doing. Meanwhile, while Kira and Wes are there, basically after the meeting ended, Grim goes back and heads towards the forges in the keep, and he has been working there for basically since after the meeting, before and after the meeting started. So whatever his project that he's doing, it is forge related. Also, his father is a master smith, so he basically is all like. I don't know what the other player. I don't know what the other characters think he's doing, but he is also spending time with his father. Because we are gone from the keep quite a bit, right? So with all that said and done, the day starts to get late. Night falls on Fort Andron, and Grim is turning it in for the night. He's has his smith apron. He's covered in soot. He's pretty, he's been working the forges, and he decides to go to the bar.
And on his way, runs into Rhea, his ultimate crush.
Yes, our
Also-
general, and
our general. She's
and
a
Grim's subject of affection for many years, and he bravely, because it was indeed very brave of him, asked her if she would like to join him for a drink at the Keep's bar, to which she not only agrees, but takes it a step further and wants to make it an occasion. So she says that to basically for Grim to clean up and make himself presentable and meet her there in a few minutes.
Grim, being a caster, goes, "Oh, okay," and then just changes right there, and she's
Because
like,
it's totally something he would do. He gets made fun of it. Like she makes fun of it, but she's used to it. I hope that it's just his. It's his stage. It's his stage persona. Okay, he's not
Yeah.
actually like that. No,
so
but
she's like, "Okay, I'll go get changed." So yeah, she meets him there. Do they arrive together, or does she?
No, no, I'm
Okay.
already there. I actually Grim enters the bar first, and
All
he
right.
sees
Right.
both Wes
True.
and
Yeah.
Kira deep in drinks now, and
Yeah.
they're having a grand old time. So he sits there, and they chit chat it up, and a
In
couple
walks Rhea in a gorgeous gown, like very different from her general's attire.
in just armor, like you usually
Yeah.
see, and the last time we saw Rhea in something not as formal as armor was during the fall festival or the harvest festival,
Yeah.
um,
Where
where
she did her little spear dance and is
yeah,
Grim was
which
entranced by her.
see, I swear to God, that's where it all started because Graham was just like, I think I hit somebody for talking.
Oh yeah, you
I
did.
hit somebody for
Yeah,
talking, and
someone's
I
like,
said,
"Oh, she's really good," and Grim's like,
"Hello."
"Shut the fuck
I
up."
just like shh, and just like
Yeah.
stares on. But regardless, Grim is speechless and cannot form words because of fucking rolls.
Yep. And she goes, she's like, "Once you've picked your jaw up off the floor, you can buy us a drink." Jeff is like, I swear to God, Jeff is so good
He's
at like scarily good at being
woman,
yeah, as our role playing as a alluring,
alluring
alluring
woman.
woman who is like well spoken and has oodles of game.
Just so much game. Rhea,
Oh,
the nymph,
Rhea's a
the
yeah,
the nymph, the fucking what what's her name? Oh,
the dragon, Astria, the
Astria,
elf. Um,
the elf, the sorceress.
yep,
That was
which
just like three
Lysandra.
lines.
Lysandra?
No,
No.
sorceress from
Oh, right, right,
yeah
right.
the
But
caravan.
Lysandra
Lysandra
also
too.
too. Yeah.
And guess
Um.
what? Grim got in trouble with that one too. Oh, the
Oh
pirate
yeah.
captain. Which again, Grim got in trouble with that one too. Like what? The
You know, for a bard, you kind of don't really take charge of situations very much.
he's not like that though. Like he's just so not like that.
Yeah,
He
but you're
come he's supposed to come across like that, but he's not like that.
yeah.
I'm just saying
All
it's
the
not.
times Jeff catfished you, that's exactly what it is.
I swear he just enjoys like
Yeah.
picking on me because I have like the worst or best reactions to it. I don't even know.
It's so true. So in this situation, Grim gets incredibly flustered, just like loses all function of his brain, and
Yeah.
can barely reply to what Reyes says. Meanwhile, she's just like,
Oh, she's a smooth operator.
yeah, oh,
She
she
is.
is.
She
Oh,
is.
yeah.
He does manage to stumble and regain back his composure as they carry on the conversation. Uh, small talk and whatnot, and the conversation deepens into a little bit more of a serious topic between, uh, I guess, their families or their relationship of knowing each other. And all that is broken by Kira actually passing out.
Passing the fuck out.
She
Like, she
just
just falls backwards, and Wes has to, like, Tay had to roll to make sure that he didn't fall over while trying to catch her.
uh,
And he passed, thank goodness,
yeah.
because, like, would have been so
So
bad.
that actually marks their stay at the bar. Wes, being a gentleman, will carries Kira off out of the bar back to her room. Nothing happened, right? Yeah, nothing. He's a real gentleman about it. He basically
Yeah, no,
tucks her
he
in.
just, yeah, he tucked
Yeah,
her in and,
left it at
just made
that.
sure she was okay.
He does leave a tip, quite a generous tip to Elijah because he wants to know what transpires between
Yeah.
Grim and Rhea's date. this date. So as I said, that that happened. Kira passes out. They continue their conversation. Grim basically jokes or bitterly laughs at the fact that they are stuck in this position where the world is coming to an end. They're basically in charge of making sure that doesn't happen, and their I want to say sexual tension, but their relationship progression takes a backseat to it. Basically, it's not something like that. To which Rhea says that it's never too late, and that she never really cared about Grimm's low standing, considering the fact that her father, the Baron of, I keep on forgetting the name, Baron.
Elaine Westlook?
Yeah, Baron Westlook was actually Grimm's patron when he first started becoming a bard.
Aw.
Yeah, so she never really saw it as a barrier, I guess, and she takes him by the hand and leads him out of the bar, and that's where we stop.
Bow, bow. I've been really trying.
Oh man. Oh.
So that was the end of our session. It was very roleplay heavy.
Yep.
It was only roleplay, actually. There was no combat this time.
I know,
Probably
especially after
Jeff
Dragon.
Jeff needs to reassess his enemy builds because we're
Oh yeah,
too,
but
yeah, we kill him too fast, and it's not a good thing.
it's not good. But so we'll definitely see that what he has in store with the Alakir arc afterwards, because there still is the issue of like all of Alakir's warriors going missing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing.
And we haven't heard from the Waybreaker yet.
Nope. Which is not shouldn't be too troubling unless they do. I mean,
It's a little worrying.
considering the blockade and all the seas, they're probably going to come
Yeah.
in contact with a bunch of problems. But she has a
They
good
can
crew.
hold their own.
Yeah,
Like,
she has a good crew. The Wavebreaker
Yeah.
has a good crew.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll hear from them soon, and we'll start on basically our Sinbad portion of that, going back on the loader. The loader.
Oh yeah! The undead army. All the ghouls.
Oh shit! Right. So
We
yeah.
don't know what's happening. Apparently, nothing. We haven't
We
heard
can't,
anything really.
like-
I want to assume that everything's fine.
I want to assume that the taxis didn't just be like, "Oh hey, more undead for me," instead of be like, "Oh shit, I like lost some because I had to use them to kill off." I don't know. Hopefully it's all good. Hopefully it's all good. But scrying in any a part of the world where the taxis has taken over and blighted the land is not possible.
Mhm.
So we actually don't know. And Mokot did try, but he can't see anything. And no one can see anything. So hopefully, so next session it's going to be Alakir. Hopefully. Well, there's still the decision about the Kaldari.
Right, I'm gonna have to make
Yeah,
that
and
week.
then it's probably going to be the start of the ghost ships and
Yeah.
trying to deal with that blockade.
And then once that's done, final battle.
Hopefully, we're
He's throwing
I mean-
stuff at us.
I
Because
mean-
we have to do homebrew.
yes, which we are super excited about. Super excited about. You don't even know. You don't even know. But
You're about to. In a couple weeks, probably.
yes, hopefully. So stay tuned. As per usual, we're going to be doing this after the outro, because we are going to stick around and chit chat for a bit, answer any of your questions in chat.
hmm
But for
Talk a bit
YouTube,
about Cadillac.
yeah, but that's mostly it. But
Yeah.
just for the YouTube ending, I like to give you guys an outro. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Should we just record the sound clips that we need while we're on stream, or should we just...
That's horrible. If Rambo was in the chat, he'd probably hate you forever. He'd be like, no, no, no.
Why?
No.
Is he not here anymore?
No, you have to go.
Oh. Oh yeah. No, he's still here. Well, he's still like on the list.
He's always.